Hi, guys. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Polly Jo Labbe. This is Chakra Sessions. I am so thankful to be here this morning, and it is warming up in my part of the country. We have had negative below zero temperatures for a number of days with a lot of the side effects of that. So I have a number of people who are having freezing pipes and that type of thing, and I'm sure you are where you are as well. But you know, the fact that it might make it to 30 today is like this exciting thing. And the big joke is that on Thursday we're going to have bikini weather when we possibly could hit the upper 40s, maybe 50. So welcome to Chakra Sessions. This is a show that is all about your energy body, how it affects your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, and even your spiritual health. And today we're going to be talking about how to boost your immune system through your energy body. It is a time of year when a lot of the colds and flus are coming around, and how do we make sure that we don't fall victim to that? Or how do we move through that really quickly, if possible? And part of that is how well you've taken care of your energy body and whether it is ready to handle a lot of stress. Because what happens is when we're under stress, our immune system kind of takes a little energetic dip, and when it takes that dip, we leave ourselves open for illness to kind of creep in, or to allow, the winter blues to creep in, because that can be part of how our immune system weakens. So I really want to welcome you guys to the show and say a huge shout out to Star Nation's radio network for having me here as part of their broadcasting family on Be Live TV. Everything connected with Star Nations is all about your spirit and your spiritual body and how to find ways to access that and ways to strengthen it so that you can shine your light how you are meant to each and every day, because we all need a little bit of a support system. And here at Star Nations, we're here to boost your energy and help you find peace and gratitude within your life. So welcome, everybody. As we go into our energy about chakras, some of you may not even know what chakras are. They're kind of like your engines for each type of your body. So there are 7 of them that we use in this physical life, primarily. And they help us with things like our finances, our safety and security, our relationships, our sense of self, our drive and will to accomplish things. It fuels our compassion and empathy for other people, and ways to open up our channels of forgiveness for when things go awry. The chakras also will help you use your voice and speak your personal truth that helps us open and expand our integrity, our honesty, and how we interact with others. They also fuel how you connect with the senses, how you experience your feelings, and how you use your feelings and your senses to interpret the different environments that you are in. So when you're in a situation, you're using all of that knowledge, and it all gets fueled from your chakra system. And that's how you choose to react in any given situation. And finally, it also helps us connect to our personal sense of the divine, how we experience that, because we all have our own unique way of our own flavor of the divine that we experience. Some of us experience it as male or female. we may sense it as the entire universe or oneness or consciousness, but we all have our own sense of truth around the divine, and that's how we connect to it as well. And those 7 chakras, if they're not working properly, they are what protects us in our energetic bubble, that personal bubble that we feel, that we experience, especially when somebody is too close to us. They're stepping into our personal space. We can feel really uncomfortable. So when that occurs, that's somebody who's actually stepping into part of your aura. And that aura is what is our immune system. So I'm going to ask you guys that if you're watching right now, even if it's after the broadcast, after we're live, if you could please like and share this this page and this broadcast, it'll help it reach more people, because there are a lot of people out there who could really use a boost to their energy system. And I know for me, I'm excited about this because whenever I do these shows, Spirit speaks through me, and I get as much of a lesson as you do. So thank you for showing up so that you can help me with my energy system as well. So I just wanted to take a moment to show, to say hi to some people. Hi, Neshi. She's saying good morning. It's warmer here too today. A high of 30 degrees above zero. I know. Isn't it exciting when there's plus signs in front of your in front of the energy? And I just love that. And you're out in the Midwest, and so is our next person. Hi, Kate. Kate is out. You and Neshi are in the same neck of the woods, so I'm hoping you're getting a chance to have almost 30-degree weather as well. And then thank you, Neshi, again for liking and sharing the page, because it does help it reach other people, which is really important to us. Because the more we can expand our reach, the more people we can help. And for me, that's a chance to be in service in a new way, which I really, truly enjoy. Hi, Rob. So Rob is also in the house. He made it. Rob sometimes makes it at the beginning of my show, and then at other times, he's got to do the archives, which is totally fine. However you experience chakra sessions is exactly what is meant for you. So today, as we talk about boosting our immune system, we're really talking about shoring up our aura, any tears it might have. And it may seem strange that our aura will have tears, but our aura is just like the ozone layer of the earth. And we already know how that's been impacted by environmental stress and about the chemicals that are in the air. So it stands to reason that it happens to us as well. We also have, anytime we have trauma or we have altercations with other people, we may experience a slight tearing in certain parts of our aura. And it's not a big deal if you have a little tear. It's when the little tear goes unchecked for a while and it expands. And when it expands, it makes a hole. And when there are holes in your auric layer, then anything environmental, any energy coming off of someone else, you absorb it like a sponge. And some of us are spongy enough already. All of the empaths out there are like, oh yeah, I absorb all the time. So shoring up your aura, creating a stronger boundary around yourself will actually help you boost your immune system and help you from getting sick. Or if you catch a cold, it won't stay and linger and work its way through your whole body. It'll be a quick in and out because you'll be able to release it quickly. So as part of today and every chakra session, I do a clearing meditation. It's a guided healing where we go through your whole energy body and we remove any energy that isn't yours and that doesn't serve you any longer, because we all walk around a little bit dirty energetically. And when that occurs, it starts to build up, and that can make us feel weighted down. It can make us feel depressed. It can make us feel sluggish, overtired. And when we get in those states, just like any car engine, if you don't give it a tune-up, it starts to chug and work too hard to do what's it needed for the body. And the reality is, within our energy body, any of our organs, when the chakra closest to it is running sluggish, then the organs are too. So can you imagine what would happen if you had a heart tear in your aura and your heart started running more sluggish, sorry about that. Because when that happens, you have things like you start to have coughs and colds that are in your lungs. You may have pneumonia or bronchitis. And it can even go all the way into the heart and start doing things like high blood pressure or low blood pressure, cholesterol. All those can happen because we have large tears in our aura. So we want to make sure that we get you guys on a page where your energy system is up and running and exactly where it needs to be. I know that there's been in our area, there's been this huge wave of a stomach bug going through many of the different places. And think about your poor inner part of all of the organs that are near there. Your third chakra, which is in the middle of your solar plexus, right below your rib cage. You've got your stomach, you've got your kidneys, you've got your pancreas and your liver and your spleen, and all of those can go into overdrive. And so things like you start to crave carbs and sugar, or spicy foods or foods that are really fat, because all of those organs use that and work through those things. So sometimes those weird cravings, or they seem strange, are because you're trying to feed the chakra and help it work faster, which is actually the opposite of what we need to do. So one of the things we're going to do now is we're going to do the meditation to kind of clear out our chakras, and we're going to build up our aura a little bit so that it can be fortified. And when we do that, you may actually feel a little bit more solid. That's the best way I could describe it, because now your personal bubble will be fortified. So people won't get to you because energy won't be coming through you quite the same way. So I encourage you to find a way to get comfortable. Get your feet on the ground if you can. You're welcome to lay down if you are able to, but if you're sitting, really try to make sure that your legs and your arms are not crossed, because those all act as circuits with our energy system. So we want it to be in our original flow, which is wide open. And whenever we cross our legs, our feet, our arms, we short circuit one of the chakras. So we're just going to try to keep everything as open as we can. And we're going to call in our sacred circle around us of protection, of love and light. And so I invite you to call in your version, your connection to the divine, however you perceive it, and ask that it surround and protect you in a bubble of love and light. And you may also want to call in your angels or your guides or ancestors or master teachers who are here to assist you in your life, because all of them can help us not only feel safe and secure in our meditation, but they're also here to guide us in what is best for our energy body in this moment. And for those of you who haven't listened to me before, I'm going to make noises for clearing at various points in time, and they may sound like little burps, and that's just me helping you release energy that wants to stick to your body, that doesn't serve you any longer. Yeah. So we are going to feel the energy above our head first at the crown, and know that that is the divine asking permission to assist you in your healing today. And I encourage you to find a way to open your heart in grace and gratitude that the energy is present for you in this moment.
Yep.
And as it begins to come in through the top of your head, it's going to open and expand your connection to the divine, as well as beginning to clear away any of the debris that may be lingering in your brain. So any parts of you that are distracted by your to-do list or things that you have to do later today or something that occurred recently, just allow those distracted pieces to return home for the moment. And if they're important, you will remember them and you will be even clearer about how to accomplish what you need to.
Yeah.
And this allows your energy to come back inside its sacred container, which then allows the repairing to begin.
Yeah.
And we're just clearing out any of the spinning thoughts and ideas that may be swirling. And just taking each breath to bring us back into the moment, into our physical body. And you know that is occurring when you can feel the weight of your bones, feel the weight of gravity pushing down upon you.
Yeah.
Allowing your muscles and your jaw to just relax.
Yeah.
And as the energy begins to move through, it's clearing out, your nasal passages, anything you may have held on to there, your ears. And when it does that, it allows you to breathe your life fully and allows you to also be heard when you speak. And it allows you to hear other people when they speak. And by that, I mean understanding their intention, understanding what they mean behind the words, reducing confusion and miscommunication.
Yeah.
And really allow it to relax in your jaw, because we hold so much control in our jaw when we're trying to make things happen in our life, rather than expanding and allowing the universe to guide us through the happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. And really expand and open up your throat chakra, open up the throat passageway, so that you are able to express yourself not only through your voice, but through your actions and how you do things and how you be in each moment.
Yeah.
And allowing any congestion that may have caught there from biting back words, holding on to things we were unable to say,
Yeah.
biting back anger.
Yeah.
And when we hold that in our throat, it can really cause things like sore throats and strep to take root, coughs and laryngitis, because the throat is all about expressing our truth. And when we aren't in our truth and our integrity, then it squeezes our throat closed.
Yeah.
Maybe not fully closed, but just squeezes it so it's not running as fully as we are able.
Yeah.
And clearing the energy behind the throat as well, in the neck. So we store up a lot of our stress. We push it into the neck, which then creates neck aches and headaches.
Yeah.
Because we've blocked our energy flow in that particular way. Really opening the passageway so that all of that can move and breathe fully.
Yeah.
And then allowing the energy to clear off all of our burdens that we've carried on our shoulders, even if it's just taking it off for this one moment as you take care of yourself first.
Yeah.
Because by filling your energy, you have more energy to help others.
Yeah.
Releasing the things that you should do or could do or shouldn't do.
Yeah.
And allowing that to just fall off, and you can almost feel the energy being massaged out of the back of the neck and the upper shoulders.
Yeah.
Like a divine massage therapist.
Yeah.
Really moving and gently releasing
Yeah.
the pockets of tension that are located there for many of us.
Yeah.
Then inviting the energy to come in and begin to clear our lungs. Really take a few deep breaths where you allow all the old stuck energy in your lungs to release.
Yeah.
Giving yourself space to breathe. Each time you're bringing in more divine light and releasing all of those things that you hold on to.
Yeah.
All of the anxiety and worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And opening the 4 chambers of the heart to fully flow.
Yeah.
Creating space for your inner wisdom to activate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Giving your inner child a place of safety and security.
Yeah.
Love and compassion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And giving your inner warrior a moment of peace and tranquility.
Yeah.
To not have to be ready for the next attack, but just to be able to breathe and relax and be in the moment.
Yeah.
And then clearing the energy in your belly of all of the different ways we absorb energy from others and take it personally. But when we take things personally, we literally take energy from another and place it within us. We place their anger and frustration within us and do it in a way that makes us believe that it is ours.
Yeah.
Releasing any judgment.
Yeah.
Any overwhelm, any fear that may be blocking who we truly are.
Yeah.
Sending calming, peaceful energy to our ego.
Yeah.
So that it may feel safe and secure and nurtured as well.
Yeah. Da. Da.
And now clearing our lower belly that holds all of our relationships and our interactions with people and things and places.
Yeah.
All of the ways we create connections. And expanding and opening the energy of the fullness of all of our feelings in each and every moment.
Yeah. Da.
Allowing the water energy to flow, creating flow within our body and our entire bloodstream, the way we breathe our oxygen.
Da.
Also creating grace and flow in our life as things continue to move
Da.
and change and grow, if we allow it.
Yeah.
And opening our abilities to create our own lives, manifesting that which we desire. Doing so from a place of love rather than a place of fear.
Yeah.
Really making room for our whole pelvic floor to relax,
Yeah.
anchored in safety and security in so many ways, and in any way you need it in this moment.
Yeah.
Creating a solid foundation that is anchored within the energy of the earth itself.
Yeah.
Allowing our energy body to take root more strongly, more fully, more completely in the ground beneath us.
Yeah.
So that we can feel the strength of our connection to the Earth Mother and how she supports us.
Yeah.
While clearing through with the divine and experiencing how the divine supports us as well. The masculine and the feminine divine energy coming into balance within us.
Yeah.
And now we're going to begin to clear and restore our auric layers. So we're going to start by focusing on the first layer and envisioning the red that surrounds our body at its closest point. So basically touching right next to the skin. And if you can imagine this bright red color creating an outline around your whole body in all three dimensions that we experience here on the earth plane, and in all the dimensions that our aura needs repair in.
Yeah.
And we invite the earth and the divine energy to work together to repair any of the patches, the tears that we may have here. So the way I envision it is like paper mache. There's this layer of goo with a piece that gets filled in, and as it hardens, it gets lighter, and then it transforms and transmutes into our fullness of our auric layer. Some people see it as spackle, like you use on drywall.
Yeah.
And remember to envision the red in front of you, behind you, above you, below you, and on either side of you. Or there are times in the human experience where we get used to thinking two-dimensionally.
Yeah.
And now we're going to begin on the second layer of our aura, and that holds the vibrant color of orange. It's a little bit farther out, anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches from the red layer.
Yeah.
And hold the brightest color orange you can imagine, and ask that color to move around you in each direction, filling and restoring.
Yeah.
And this layer is particularly in tune with our emotional state. So really making space for any places where our emotions have gotten hurt, being really mindful of in front and in back of our heart, and in front and in back of our lower belly, just below the belly button. And believe it or not, in back and in front of our forehead. Because sometimes we have tears in our perceptions because our emotions have skewed the perception of events. So allowing that orange to really fill through those layers, through those tears,
Yeah.
creating a safe container for us to be in every moment.
Yeah.
And I'm moving into the third layer of the aura, the yellow layer of the aura, that holds so much of our mental processing of how we interpret our environment and our events. So when we have created stories, those stories actually can tear the aura because they may not be rooted completely in truth for all people involved.
Yeah.
So again, allowing that yellow to move out and expand. It's a couple of inches beyond the yellow layer. The orange layer, excuse me.
Yeah.
When there are tears in this layer, it leads to things like depression and different things that would receive a mental illness diagnosis where it's really a perception of emotion.
Yeah.
And again, remembering to fill above, below, in front, behind, and on either side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that fullness is extremely important.
Yeah.
This layer often has more tears in the back. Sometimes when we've felt like we've been stabbed in the back by others energetically, betrayed,
Yeah.
disrespected.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now moving into the fourth layer, the green. It's a vibrant green, that Kelly color. We used to color shamrocks as a child with crayons.
Yeah.
And that's again a couple of inches out from the yellow layer. This one begins our spiritual layer and our connection to how we perceive spirit within ourselves. It allows us to feel ourselves separate from others while also one with others,
Yeah.
and understanding and knowing and living the difference.
yeah, yeah,
This is also the layer where you connect with the angelic realm.
yeah,
So this will strengthen and boost your ability to communicate with the angelic realm and allow them to help you by sending you messages and information.
yeah, yeah,
And then moving into the fifth layer of the aura, the royal blue color, and allowing that one to fill. And this one is all about harmony, bringing peace and harmony to you and to all that you do. It's based on truth and integrity. And it's most commonly perceived through the symbol and the sound of Om. So when you chant Om, you are repairing this layer
yeah,
and bringing yourself and those around you into harmony, into attunement, into vibration.
yeah, yeah,
And as we move into the sixth layer, it takes on a shade of purple. Whatever purple you experience is up to you.
yeah,
And this connects us to the consciousness of the master teachers, the spiritual master teachers. So some people refer to this as Christ consciousness or the Buddha heart.
yeah,
And this is where we connect to the highest level of human experience of the divine that we are able. Really filling and clearing that in
yeah,
allows you to open up your own personal connection.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Releasing you from spiritual crisis,
yeah,
and expanding your connection.
yeah,
And then the final layer we'll work on is the seventh layer, which is a golden white color.
yeah,
This connects us completely to all that is, and it also contains our karmic contracts. So you can imagine by clearing and filling and restoring this layer, when you can imagine it in its fullest, can begin to repair and release karmic debt.
yeah,
Can release you from the energy of reciprocating trauma.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And really can expand your ability for forgiveness in new and fuller ways. And when we can do that forgiveness, then we are able to really fill ourselves and our self-worth. Because often we are the one in need of forgiveness the most
yeah,
for how we have treated ourselves. Now we're just going to allow any extra energy, any debris that may have come through the clearing to go down through the ground. If you're unable to experience it down through the ground. You can also ask the divine to take it away, ask your ancestors or the angels to carry it away. But most people feel the ability to release it into the earth. And releasing it into the earth allows the earth to compost and use our clearing for new and better things for the entire planet. So it's a way to give back to Mother Earth.
Yeah.
So take a couple of deep breaths and really allow yourself to come back into the moment, come back into the room and into the clearing. So whenever we need to boost our immune system, we can clear our own chakras. We can remember that once we clear our chakras, we can use them more efficiently to help us clear and strengthen our auric layers. And in the process of strengthening our auric layers, sometimes we have to train ourselves how to take better care of ourselves. So this is a time when, drinking more water gets said from the energy healer perspective. I always find it interesting when I say drink more water, because you don't know how much water the person drinks to begin with. But to just keep your energy body hydrated, it's been shown that you need to drink the equivalent of your body weight, half of your body weight in ounces of water, just to keep it hydrated. And if you haven't been hydrating, you need to drink above and beyond that. And for those of us who love coffee, that actually isn't water. It actually depletes your water. So for every cup of coffee you drink, you need to drink an additional cup of water just to make up for the fact that you drank the coffee. And organic tea that doesn't have caffeine in it, that counts as water. But in general, you don't get to count your coffee as your water just because you use water to make it. The stuff you put in it takes away the value of that. And I know I am a terrible water drinker on my end. My mom is fabulous with it and has been my whole life. And I think it was my rebellion not to drink water, which was totally not healthy for my own body. So as you do this type of thing, you also may want to increase how much you move. And, some people will say, okay, that's exercise, but really it's just moving. It can be walking, it can be cleaning, it can be, anything that just gets your energy body from one place to another. And, if you watch animals, I'm sure a number of you have your own personal pets, and they shake off the energy when it doesn't suit them. And they move around and they run around when they need to get that energy off of them. And we don't do that. We just sit in it. So we tend to sit in the muck. And our animals instinctively know when we've been sitting in the muck, because they tend to avoid us a little bit, unless you have a healer animal, and then they're all over you, trying to clear you and get it off of you. So make sure that you are taking steps to boosting, your immune system in that way. And of course, how we feed our body influences our immune system, because when we don't feed it food that our body recognizes for the nutrients, it's not going to turn that into proper fuel. And for those of you who do the diet soda thing, just know that, those chemicals wreak havoc because they don't occur naturally, most of them. And the body, because it's sweet on the tongue, still registers it as sugar. So your body is still reacting to it as if it is sugar, even when it isn't. So you can still have some of the same symptoms happening. Your pancreas going into overload, trying to deal with that sugar. So really, one of the best things to help your immune system is to really focus on how much protein are you having? Are you having it with every meal? And if you want to have carbs or that type of thing, try to have your protein first, because then your body is able to manage the sugars or the carbohydrates that you may have afterwards. So in terms of keeping your aura clear, you want to do things like, I love to soak my feet in Epsom salts, because that pulls the toxins right out of your energy body. Here at Trinity Healing Sanctuary, where I am located in Western Mass, you can get some of our oil blends, which are great because many of them will help you boost that. I'm going to write this because I can't seem to talk at the same time. I'm going to post this for you guys. So Trinity Healing Sanctuaries, plural.com. If you go on there, we have some really cool things that help you with your energy system. So there we have a blend that is in a spray or in a roll-on. It uses essential oils. That's called Energy Detox. And it literally helps your energy body remember how to ground and release the toxins in your body. You don't have to do anything except put it on or spray it on you. And we actually have a foot soak as well that you can use that has the Epsom and Himalayan salt and the sea salt together with the energy detox, and it pulls the toxins, energy toxins out. So when you're feeling run down or depleted, that is a great one to use. If you know that you've been through a lot of trauma or been through a lot of stress, or you're just under a lot of stress, to help your aura stay complete, we have one that's called the Orac Blend, because it's meant just to help you boost your aura. And what happens with the essential oils is that when you put them on, and you can put it on your wrists or on your feet if you don't want to smell it, what happens is it reminds your chakras what to do. And so they just kick on and start to do what they're meant to do to release it. And all of these blends have come through. I've channeled them. So I didn't necessarily understand at first why they would work that way. But as soon as the recipe came through, then I looked into the science behind them and the properties of the oils. And it's always been well, of course it works that way. But it would have taken me years to study that and remember that. Because I believe these are ancient recipes that I had from a long time ago, or others have had, and just are using it in this new particular way. There's also ones to help with stress, because stress can deplete your energy system, or overwhelm, or anxiety. So all of those things are available, at least in a roller ball form. Some of them you can even get in a spray, so that you can spray them over you or in your room. And we have some that you can even use in a diffuser, which is great. So when you want to order from Trinity Healing Sanctuaries, thanks Neshi for asking that. So when you want to order from one of the blends, all you have to do is go onto trinityhealingsanctuaries.com. And when you go on there, there is a shopping cart, and it has our store for all of our stuff. And when you order it there, the price includes shipping. We usually ship it out within 2 or 3 days. And they're amazing. Most of even though they're a small roller bottle, so here's one. This is my meditation blend. I'll just pull it over closer. I guess this way's closer. So this is our meditation blend. This will last about 6 months for most people, 6 to 9 months. If you use it absolutely every day, maybe it'll only last you about 4. But they're a great value if you think about it's replacing you from using something over the counter. So it's keeping medication out of your body, and it won't interfere. Oh, nice. Kate is on, and she's like, I love my energy detox, abundance, and third chakra blends. The abundance one is great for those of you who are really trying to create something new in your life. I love that blend. When I have one that I diffuse when we're working on a new project. I'll have it in the diffuser to help us, everybody, be in the same flow of energy. And most people, when you try one, you realize how much it can impact your health in a way. It doesn't interfere with medications in general. So you can use it safely and naturally. And often there are other crystals that we would add to that to allow you to help out. So thank you guys for asking those great questions, because it's such an easy way for me to share one of the things that has come through as part of my personal mission is to help you heal yourself. And that includes giving you tools to help you do that. And right now we have over 30 blends that are ready-made for anybody else. Oh, so sweet. So yay, Amy is my cousin. Hi, Amy. I'm so glad you were able to hop on, and I'm glad you're enjoying the information. So yeah, we have over 30 blends right now, and we have a few new ones that haven't made it to the website yet, some spiritual blends that help with meditation and focus and connecting you to your angels and some of the goddesses, because some of us need that extra strength. Archangel Michael is really good for helping you cut cords with other people when you need to let them go and they're not in a space, to do that with you. And hi, Amy. And the Archangel Raphael is really good to heal heart wounding. Really, when we do have a blend that's for grief in particular, but even when it's deeper than grief, when it's really, almost verging on depression, calling in either the Mother Mary or Archangel Raphael, both of those really expand and open your heart, allow the toxic stuff that's compressed in there to gently release in a way that's manageable and you feel supported. Oh yeah, Goddess Blends. So Kate is asking me, what Goddess Blend? Sign me up. So I'm just going to write down that we have a regular Goddess Blend, which is connects you to all of the divine feminine. We have one for Isis. We have one for Aphrodite. I'm sure you know what that's for. And we have the Mother Mary. And I consider Mother Mary a goddess in her own right. So those are our new ones that are here. So we have hit our time limit, guys. We are getting really close to our time. So I just want to make sure that you guys all know that this is my normal place for chakra sessions. And with chakra sessions, we are moving next week. I will still be on Tuesdays, but I'm moving to 12 o'clock. And the 12 o'clock time is going to be specific for the rest of the year. We were noticing that my show is very close to Denise and Awana's show. I just said her name wrong. I'm sorry, Denise. The Mystic's Heart show and I were running really close together. So people were having a hard time watching both. So I am moving to 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And that will allow me to be here for you during your lunch break, for those of you who do that. And you can still always watch me in the archives, and we can really be in that space. So I'm really excited for you guys to get a chance to see that and be part of that. So anybody who's interested in studying with me, I'm going to place on our Chakra Sessions page that we are doing a chakra class online. It's a 14-week class. And in that 14-week class, yes, Robin just said, yay, no more overlap. Yeah, because we were finding that it's hard. It's not very easy when you're doing the broadcast to keep track of time because your time element doesn't show up on your computer. So it's really easy for us to run over a little bit, especially when we're connected to spirit and we just want to help everybody that we can. So I'm putting a little bit of space in between our two shows so that we don't have to have that trouble anymore, because even I love to tune into the Mystic's Heart. And so I really want to make sure that those of you who watch us both will get a chance to, because if you want to see me live, I'd love to have you here live. It's fun when you're here to interact. So if you check out my page, if you haven't liked it already, it's Chakra Sessions with Polly Jo Labbe. And when you like that, I will be posting information there, all things chakra. I apologize for not putting as much content out as I had hoped, but that is part of my resolution in the new year, is to keep things fresh on that page so that you can get some chakra information and to help you connect to me. So if you want to have a session with me by Skype, by phone, or in person, I am available for you, and you'll know how to get a hold of me. And those of you who know, I am the owner and director of Trinity Healing Sanctuary here in Western Massachusetts, but I also run Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing. And that's where I train people to do the work that I do, because we all need to shine our light and get out there. And I am meant to heal the healers so that they go out there and do their job. And that's part of what my show is all about. So I'm so thankful that you are here to be here in the light and to experience this show today. I hope you found it helpful, that you were able to get some of your immune system back up and running, and maybe some tips on how to take care of it. So again, if you want to reach out to find how to purchase the any of my blends that we have, you go to Trinity Healing Sanctuaries, plural.com, and they're right there and ready. And if you have difficulty, just send me a message through the Chakra Sessions page, and I'm happy to guide you to where you want to go. So until next time, please shine your light the way you are meant to, because we all have a purpose, and for us to create change on this beautiful planet where people are accepted equally and lovingly, we all need to do our part. So thank you guys, and have a blessed day.